Welcome to Recollection Mall. If you were a mall rat like me or spent your formative years hanging out or being dragged to the mall by your parents or your parental units, then you've come to the right place. Have you ever gone into your childhood, teenage, or current mall and wondered, wasn't there a store or restaurant there? So let's take a trip down memory lane and take a look at that mall's history of yesteryear. Be sure you stick around to the end of this video and see if you can take my mall survey. So leave a comment or a memory of this mall below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks. The Parkway Center Mall was constructed by Kosman Development and opened on November 4th, 1982. The two-level, 450,000 square foot building cost $22 million and created over 1,400 full-time jobs. The mall was anchored by David Weiss, Gold Circle, Giant Eagle, Thrift Drug, and Zayre. Other tenants included Chi-Chi's, Joann Fabrics, KB Toys, Payless Shoe Source, and Radio Shack. You may have also remembered other stores such as the Space Center, Hook, Line, and Sinker, Mr. Pockets, Sheer Performance, B. Dalton Books, Deb Stores, Chess King, GNC, Baskin Robbins, Record Outlet, Foxmore and Scoop, Minnesota Fabrics, Petland, Club Zoo. There was also a Pete's Wildlife, and others may remember Confetti and the Rodeo nightclubs. The mall was easily accessible from a dedicated ramp along Interstate 376. In fact, the mall was located in a prime location right off of Interstate near the Fort Pitt Tunnel, where tens of thousands of commuters pass by every day. But that same interstate would take you to the Robinson Town Center shopping complex and the much larger mall at Robinson if you stayed on it for another few miles. In its heyday, the mall would have over 80 stores and services, as well as 5 anchor stores. The shopping center began developing foundational issues a few years later after it was constructed, with cracks in the floor and walls that led to steel plates being fastened over the gaps. In 1986, Gold Circle merged with Richway, and the Parkway Center location closed. It would be converted into a Kmart. In 1989, Zayre closed. It would be replaced by a Kaufmann's Clearance Center. In 1990, David Weiss closed. The space was taken over by Farmore in 1991. In 1992, the Kaufmann's Clearance Center closed. The third of the space converted to Comp USA, and the remainder being filled by Sims Corporation. According to those who worked at the mall, it was plagued with problems related to the floor shaking and rapid settling of the building. The mall continued to decline as more and more companies began to vacate the mall. A combination of poor management and bad press resulting from earlier structural problems seems to be the culprit. Confetti went through several identities: Club Zoo and some kind of country line dancing place. As the 90s dragged on, the food court gradually began to lose tenants and closed along with its arcade, with a dance studio and a Pennsylvania driver's license center filling the empty spots. The mall underwent a renovation in the late 1990s with new lighting and carpeting and an exterior paint job. Dino Kingdom, a Chuck E. Cheese imitator, took a large space on the lower level. The mall quickly emptied out and became a shell of its former self. Farmore closed and vacated the former David Weiss space. Sims and CompUSA closed. CompUSA moved to the Robinson Town Center. Signs and barriers were put up and the mall closed off the stairwell that used to lead to the upper level of the mall. The nightclub eventually closed and the thrift drug became Eckerd before it moved out for a freestanding location a couple miles away. By 2006, much of the Parkway Center Mall was vacant, with all tenants consolidated to the second floor after the first and third floors were closed to guests. In January of 2013, Kmart closed. Within a month, all of the remaining interior tenants were closed or relocated. With the exception of Giant Eagle, the Parkway Center Mall was vacant, and work began in August 2016 to tear down the complex. In 2016, the entirety of the mall was demolished, except for the Giant Eagle building with the vacant former Kmart space above it. Today, plans are in the works to build a new outdoor shopping venue on the site of the former enclosed mall. Congratulations!
Still here? It's over. Whoa. When I find you...
Pop quiz, hotshot.
This is only a test.
So if you've gotten this far into the video, thanks. So how many anchor stores closed or changed names at this mall? So if your answer was 7, give yourself a hand. You were paying attention. Thanks for watching. So what are some of your memories of this mall? Leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to Recollection Mall. Add your name to the mall directory. Thanks.